Alright, so here's the deal, you damn guys. Welcome back to another video, a Theodoro video update of my short series here where I'm going to be playing through Theodoro, and we're going straight into the time lapse here where there's not that much time, so we'll run it a little bit slowly. When I showed you guys the first episode, I suppose, I was in about this situation where, yeah, we defeated the Ottoman Empire. So if we just go ahead and continue on and see what happened, fully annexed to Wallachia. Now what's really crazy though, guys, is of course the Ottomans were fighting Albania in that first episode, which enabled me to actually defeat him while fighting on the Anatolian side. We blockaded him with the helps of the Venetian and the Lithuanian navies. Albania took only the one province. However, we of course took these provinces in Bulgaria and gave Edirne, which I cannot pronounce, to Byzantium. But funnily enough though, the Serbians attacked the Ottomans while they were basically getting wrecked, and because they did not get access through, he managed to siege up a lot of the land here, including the at least one fort. And as you can see, not only did he only take one province, but with Byzantium being his ally, he returned every other bloody province, literally 4 provinces, literally all of the core, to Byzantium. Absolutely crazy. So at this point, I was expanding over into this region as, it was finally appropriate. I was strong enough to take on the whichever particular, alliances that they actually had. And I managed to sleaze my way into the entire Orthodox region, with the exception of what Georgia initially owns, because he was actually annexed by QQ. But by divine providence, he initially was released here, I think, through successful rebels in this nation, as they were getting wrecked by somebody else. And then these were actually returned core, I believe, because QQ was also getting wrecked by somebody else. So naturally, we went in there, and that feels really good. I also was able to take... The Golden Horde was getting wrecked by Muscovy, and I did a quick war where I took one province and released Arstakhan. And at a later date, we actually call in Muscovy, give him some land, and feed some of the core. Taking another victory over the Ottomans here. Actually, believe it or not, as you can see, Genoa declared war on the Ottomans. And he had essentially no navy, so I thought it was a good time to just declare a war on these provinces, sit on it with ticking war score, and just not even engage his troops at all. Just sitting on these provinces, and of course you do not need a fort to piece them out. So that Theodoro, looking pretty great, mate. Pretty good, continuing to expand, and uniting our 2 regions here, as we also managed to defeat Genoa, which is just bloody great. And returning some core here, which now has been taken by Nogai. Now, as you can see, the Poles getting absolutely wrecked. Unfortunately for them, he did not get the Union, and the Teutonic Order went in against him, so I managed to grab Moldavia. Very cool stuff. I really like the look of this country. And, Muscovy expanding into Lithuania as well. You can see Muscovy also just wrecked the Crimea. Now, this was a little bit upsetting. I did take this one province, which is part of this territory, and it's going to give me, sort of access all the way through by utilizing this strait. And so I'm actually content with that. We have the 2 areas that I would like. So what I'm talking about is I don't really want to tread on Muscovy's toes. And I don't mind actually having a common border with him. He can have the rest of this. As long as we can have a nice unified country around the Black Sea, I'm happy with that. But he was beginning to kind of tread on my toes a bit, blocked out here by the Danes being a little bit aggressive at this. I would suggest this is fairly early to be down in the Crimea, but we got what I required, which is really cool, and I think that's it. So you might think, pretty standard stuff, monk. Pretty standard stuff, I wouldn't have expected any less of you, considering the state we were in. This alone, guys, makes me feel pretty good, man, because we did actually take a lot of war reparations, and having from powerful nations like the Ottomans, and having some influence in Constantinople and so on, decent control, having grabbed Kaffa and Bessarabia. Did I do it? Probably not. We've got some influence in the Crimean Sea. The trade could be worse. A nice subject here, giving us some money. And for that reason, our economy has been pretty good. I can't tell you how many games, including now in this current patch, I've messed around on Theodoro and had my maintenance all the way down, still losing money. But yeah, so you might be like, cool story, Monk. Except I also PU'd Byzantium. What the hell? Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This was almost like... You have to be reasonable. Anybody who's like, oh my god, jelly or hacks, be reasonable, because it's not like I PU'd Muscovy, okay? I actually planned to like balkanize this area so it's not owned by one massive superpower like the Ottomans in order to expand into it into a later date, you know? This is not exactly the strongest personal union ever. I really don't like, you know, some people get jelly and they actually think it's like unbelievable, my PU skills, and yeah, just keep that in mind that like I almost feel like it's too good, and I almost feel like if I don't do it on camera, then you guys don't believe me. But that's just how it was. What actually happened is his heir just passed away without a ruler, and Lithuania actually inherited him. Now, I wanted to go into Lithuania to take this area, uniting our country, and offer Muscovy some land in exchange. However, his only ally was my ally, Byzantium, and I was actually worried about 1v1ing Byzantium, you know, waiting for the Muscovites to deal with Lithuania. So I wasn't declaring that war, as those are my only two allies, Byzantium and Muscovy. Next minute, this guy dies, Lithuania PUs him, and I have a succession war. So I go in, call Muscovy in, and ultimately win it, gaining the Byzantium Empire as a personal union. And again, just to reiterate, not the most strategically valuable nation, as if I just did obtain Constantinople, we could move our trade capital here and have some pretty significant wealth. However, you've got to admit that that is pretty damn cool. I also managed to finally pull another ally who is somewhat significant. However, apparently, I didn't even realize they're getting wrecked, although apparently not. I mean, judging by this alliance, I suggest that the Teutons are going to Ooh, okay, it's Hungary. Hungary calling in Venice, Austria, and the Teutonic Order. I suggest that the PLC is going to decline big time in this. You know, it's always possible that in a circumstance like this, they can recover. But boy, they're about to get wrecked. Yeah, so the Teutonic Order hopefully will defend us in the meantime. But look at that. Look at that. I mean, guys, this is damn near on par, like, with the bloody game that I'm playing as Byzantium. Like, I almost feel bad, is what I'm trying to say. But for me, this is like, I'm really enjoying myself. This is a crazy good game. I can't believe it. Like, just pretend that we have all of Greece, guys. That's pretty good. It's pretty good, man. So I thought I would update you guys before I continue on for too long. And naturally, of course, inheriting Byzantium annulled his alliance with Serbia. So as you can see here, gearing up for a war against Serbia. And his only ally is Bosnia. So we're going to be expanding ourselves into more Orthodox land. And we have managed to keep Byzantium happy, which is pretty cool. I did do a tiny bit of development. But yeah, that's really cool. It's really great. As far as this guy here, Muscovy, you can see, has taken this core. But honestly, I'm not worried about that core, because I do want to keep Muscovy as an ally. And I am worried about these two provinces, though, because if I can obtain all 5 of these, I would love to accept this area permanently. Of course, this is the only, it's inland trading province within, oh, apparently it's not, it's an estuary, but regardless, it's the most significant province within this trade node, and we're already pulling more out, but if I obtained that, we would be pulling, you know, the majority of wealth through Samarkand and everywhere else through Asia into Constantinople. Really, really, really cool game. I'm really enjoying myself claiming up Serbia, and then we're going to go in here, and yeah, it's annoying though, because Serbia became an invalid rival. You know, he's too small and puny, but that's first world problems. I do have power projection for now. Diplomacy is looking pretty good for now. Truce is up again with the Ottomans, but I'm not 100% sure we can defeat him unless he is getting wrecked by somebody else. So the Ottomans are actually declaring a reconquest against Genoa, and they appear to be winning. Nobody's bloody well backing Genoa up. That's surprising. I didn't even notice. It probably would have been smart for me to go in against Genoa as well and kind of feed some land. Yeah, we got some pretender rebels here, which are actually a little bit brutal for me to deal with. I've got 13 out of 22, and although I'm not in terrible amounts of debt, we are making some money, thankfully. I've got no loans, but I do have some corruption here. Yeah, low manpower. We've been really busy and struggling to deal with those rebels, but thankfully they're kind of trapped on this island as rebels are prevented from crossing by everybody, and they're just, quite frankly, they're not progressing at all. So pretty cool overall. We can just sit with them for now, and who knows, maybe if we call Muscovy into a war in the future, he'll just come down and help us out. But I'm not too worried about it, as the Byzantium's troops do outnumber them alone. And like I said, they're not progressing as they are trapped there. So it's a good game overall. I'm looking forward to integrating Arstakhan, but we first need... I want this missionary strength. Where is it? There it is. I want that missionary strength. And I also want to, defeat Nogai here. And last time I checked, Muscovy would actually help us. I almost have 10 fate. Whoa! Why? Why relations so bad? Whoa! The size of our province is negative 160. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, we haven't improved relations very much. So, guys, improve your relations with Muscovy. Alright? Pro tip. Jeez, you guys are really bad at this game. Not me. Look at that PU over Byzantium. Pro. Some would not believe me. They would think I'm a hacker. That's alright. I'm just that good. Anyway, I thought I would just update you guys. I hope that you guys don't view the series as like a cop-out or anything, or not that good. It's funny, very often I do upload videos and I kind of feel like they're not very good, and hoping that people don't, hate on me for being lazy or anything like that. But I've actually never gotten negative feedback. You guys are just chill AF, basically. And you guys usually like the videos that I post, so I really appreciate it. And as long as this game continues to be epic and I continue enjoying myself and playing it through, I'm going to be posting again every 50 years. Of course, I am trying to simulate, even though I've gotten it years ago. It was literally about 2 years ago, I think. I will be trying to simulate the Gothic Invasion achievement. This is very similar, guys, to the current game, the series that I'm uploading on a daily basis, with the same... geography, the same area, and funnily enough, because Byzantium is my subject, which we're going to begin integrating in 40 years, I suspect in around 1540, it's going to be very, very similar. Of course, we're going to partially accept all of Greece, and once I form an empire government rank, we will fully accept all of Greece. So, good deal, lads. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, a short one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later on in another update.